Hello friends, 26 subscribers and fellow survivors of narcissistic abuse. Welcome back to Diary of a Narcissist's Ex-Wife. My name is Meredith and these are my true stories. Now today we're not going to be getting into any more of my true stories because I think that we are seeing a narcissistic relationship play out in public, and so I want to take a look at that and see what you all think. If you don't know who I'm talking about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. So I want to take a look at that relationship, knowing what we know about narcissism, narcissistic abuse, and what happens in a relationship to the victim as they go through the stages of the relationship. And we're going to get to do that in this very, very public relationship of Meghan and Harry. So my understanding is that Meghan was wanting to be introduced to a wealthy British man. She apparently had this friend that was a reporter in Britain. Meghan was jetting off to London all the time, begging this friend of hers to set her up with a wealthy British man. I mean, come on, why wouldn't you want to be set up with a wealthy British man? I mean, he's rich, he's British. Who can even, I mean, that accent is to die for, you know? Yes, British man, they have definitely got it going on, especially some rich ones. So anyway, I guess that reporter never introduced her to anybody. But apparently she and Harry had a mutual friend. I don't know if this mutual friend was in London or if this mutual friend was in Canada. Because remember, Meghan was working and living in Toronto. Harry was in London. So anyway, but she meets Harry through this mutual friend. And I think they did actually meet in Canada. And my understanding is that she begged this friend to introduce her to Harry. And I guess finally just wore the friend down. So she had seen Harry, something about him she liked. So she had set her mark and she was going to make it happen, okay? So Harry was already a victim and he didn't even know it yet. He didn't even know what he had coming. So she meets Harry. The love bombing starts. Now, remember, Meghan said that she didn't know who Harry was, that she didn't know much about the royal family. Now, we all know she has not lived under a rock for the past 38 years. She's supposedly 38, although everybody that graduated with her is like 41 and 42, so I don't know how that works. She doesn't really seem to be any type of child prodigy, but who knows, you know, narcissists are manipulative and they're liars, so you don't really know what's going on with her anyway. So, but her sister said that she had always been fascinated by the royal family, that she loved Princess Diana, you know, that she emulated Princess Diana, that she wanted to be like Princess Diana. So, my Lord, what better way to emulate Princess Diana than to marry her son? But anyway, the sister said that there were pictures. Well, I actually saw pictures of her out in front. I'm sorry, my cat's distracting me. Out in front of Buckingham Palace when she was like 13. So her saying that she didn't know anything about the royal family, you know, that she didn't know who Harry was, that she didn't know anything about him when she had been begging her friend to introduce her to him, you know, that's just a flat out lie. But I think Harry believed her because they're very good liars at first before we see through them. And I think that he would have liked that, knowing, oh, this woman, you know, she doesn't know anything about me. She doesn't know anything about my family. She just loves me for me, and she wants to be with me because I'm little old Harry, you know. I'm not, it's not because I'm a prince. It's not because I'm wealthy. It's not because I'm world famous, because no. Narcissists don't want any of that stuff. They don't want wealth. They don't want fame. They don't want adulation. You know, oh, it couldn't be any of those things. No, she just wants me for me. And, you know, narcissists are really good at making us think that they do just want us for us. So, I mean, I can see how he fell for it. I fell for it. You fell for it. We all fell for it. Just because he's a prince doesn't make him any less gullible. And he probably had no idea that there were people like this out there either, just like we didn't know. So anyway, they meet in July 2016. Although I have heard rumors that they did actually meet previous to July 2016. He wasn't really interested in her, but she kept putting herself at places where he was, and eventually they started dating. So in October of 2017, their relationship goes public. Allegedly, Meghan leaked it to the newspapers, and it took several days for Harry to confirm it. I don't know what she had to do to get him to say, you better come out and say that I'm your girlfriend and you're my boyfriend, because, just it taking him a couple days to confirm that led me to believe that maybe he didn't want to, and maybe he wasn't feeling it at that point. I don't know. But, she wanted everybody to know that they were together, so she leaked it that they were together, and he confirmed it. So, already she's kind of controlling the relationship. So then, November 2018, a year later, they're engaged. Okay, so they're engaged like 16 months after they supposedly met for the first time. Now, I don't know if y'all saw this engagement interview or not. I watched it on YouTube. But that was the first time I ever really thought that there was something wrong with her. And it was a couple things. I mean, the number one thing was the way that Harry's hand was in her lap and she was just clutching it like this with both of her hands. And I never saw her let go of that hand of his during the interview. So, to me, knowing what I know about narcissists, that was a controlling thing. She was like holding on to him. You are not leaving me. I'm not doing this interview by myself. You are staying right here by my side, And I still notice all the time that she's always like touching him on the back and grabbing him and guiding him. And I mean, if I were him, it would really be getting on my nerves. But, if it's not getting on his nerves, he's doing a very, very good job of hiding it. Another thing that I noticed, during that interview was she kept gazing at him adoringly, with her cow eyes and, just smiling and, just every time she said something, looking at him just to make sure, that what she said was okay, because she wants to have his approval and she's mirroring his behaviors, and so she wants to, make sure that what she's doing is okay. Now she doesn't do that anymore, she's always taking charge now. I always see her putting her hand on his back and, just kind of like guiding him. She's always got him by the hand, got him by the arm, she never lets go of him. I feel sorry for the poor guy. he's just smothered, But so I just thought she did not act natural during the engagement interview at all. And then the wedding, I kept looking at her face at the wedding because I just, thought there was something strange about her, just something didn't sit right with me. And I kept looking at her face, and she just was looking up at him adoringly, and she just kept blinking, she looked so sweet and so demure and so much in love with him, the mask was absolutely in place on that wedding day. And, just how fast that relationship went by. That's one thing that really points me to her being a narcissist, because, the relationship always feels just like a whirlwind. They meet in July 2016. They're engaged in November of 2017. They're married May of 2018. Then another year later, just 1 year later, not even any time to enjoy being newlyweds, bam, they've got a baby 1 year later. So, and baby Archie, that's a completely different story that we'll get into when we talk about her gaslighting. But, and I think part of the reason that relationship happened so fast is because that's how narcissists are. They have to do it really, really fast, and they have to get you as committed as they can so that they can let that mask down, because it is such a chore and it takes so much energy of theirs to keep that mask up that they want to just get you tied down as quickly as they can so that they can finally let that mask drop and be themselves. And I feel so sorry for poor Harry, because, you know, he went through exactly what I went through, what you went through, what all of us went through. A whirlwind romance, you know, just seeing that you had met the person that you had been looking for your whole life, and you were so madly in love, and you can't believe that you ever lived without this person, and you get married to them, and it's the happiest day of your life, and then everything changes, and we're seeing that play out in public, and I just feel so bad for him, because I don't think he knows what's happening. You know, right now he's just trying to get through it day to day. So I'm going to make this as a series. So the next time we are going to talk about how Meghan has perfected the part of being a victim. I hope you don't mind me going off the diary today, but this is just something that I wanted to talk to you about. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Please share my videos with anyone that you think may be involved in a narcissistic relationship. If you know Prince Harry, send my video to him. He needs to know what's going on with him. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you'd like to know next time I post new content, hit the notifications bell. I'll talk to you next time when we're talking about Miss Meghan and her victimhood. Bye.